Good afternoon. Just a quick note about something that has been paramount in my mind and heart over the last 6 months, and that of multiple sclerosis. The National MS Society is a collective of passionate individuals who want to do something about MS now, to move together towards a world free of multiple sclerosis. Multiple sclerosis is comprised of unpredictable and often disabling flare ups of the central nervous system. Such flare ups disrupt the flow of information within the brain and between the brain and the body. The National MS Society is the largest private funder of MS researchers in the world, investing more than $1 billion to date. MS stops people from moving, but the National MS Society exists to make sure that MS doesn't. To contact the National MS Society, please call 1-800-344-4867. Once again, 1-800-344-4867, or go to their website at nationalmssociety.org. Also worth mentioning, we are still raising money for the National MS Society through A Venture to a Cure's fundraising page at rebrand.ly/A Venture to a Cure. This is a page that was created in conjunction with the virtual MS Walk on May 1st, so we're still taking donations for the National MS Society through that page. Again, the page is rebrand.ly/A Venture to a Cure. The effort will last through the end of September. Thank you for all of those who have donated money to this amazing organization. It touches me and over the 1 million people in this country who have multiple sclerosis in so many ways, and I appreciate all of you. And on that, it's time to talk. I forgot how much I really enjoy going to the movies. And we'll talk about a movie that I saw this week, as well as anything and everything, because this is the Venture Forward VF Talks. Good afternoon, or good evening, or good morning, wherever you may be, and welcome to VF Talks. This is the conversation about anything and everything with myself, a cantankerous stuffed Triceratops named Rex, who still thinks he's a T-Rex, but they don't need to know. He doesn't need to know. And all of you on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. It's an honor and pleasure to see all of you today, and got some things to talk about, but always fun to do this on a Friday for sure. So we have Marilyn over on YouTube. How are you this afternoon? Hope you're having a great Friday. And then we have a couple of folks that are. We got this awesome wood things. Wood things that are awesome, I guess. Wood things can be awesome for sure. And then you got all things. Oh, you know what that means? I think I know what that means. I think I have a good idea what that means. It means that we have a certain individual by the name of Matt Haas here on the program with the decals all over him and everything and all that stuff. And you look fantastic, sir. You're on mute.
I'm in a self-promoting mood. Hi, John.
Lots of promotion. All the promotion. And let me do this because I know how much you hate this view. I'll go back to this and go to, here we go. I'll do this too. If we're not a work in progress here, there we go. You got more of you got more of me. It's all good.
I feel like I got room to move.
Marilyn says hi there. Marilyn also is got to get her Friday fix, and I'm glad you're getting your Friday fix. But then I saw maybe the most wonderful act of giving, in the sense that you gave her a taco for no reason whatsoever.
Is whatsoever spelled correctly? Is it one word or is it three words?
That is. I've seen it as one word.
Okay.
So we I think the judges. Yep, the judges have given you a ding on that. And can I find my sound effects? No. So ding. I did that. Ding. There you go. Ding. And then she says yum yum, and I'm excited. It'll be fun. How was your week, Mr. Haas? How are you doing?
I am good. I have been busy in the wood shop. I have been busy yelling at my car dealer. I have been busy buying things. And I got my full-time job, and I've just been going crazy.
By the way, if you're all looking for Paul Burke, he's on assignment right now. Special assignment, parts of note somewhere. He might be on. He may not be on, but if he does, great. If not, he'll be on next week or the week after. But that's what's going on with Paul. But
it's on a need-to-know basis.
It's on a need-to-know business. It's a need-to-know basis, and he would tell you, but then he would have to kill you.
Yep. You need the proper clearance to know.
That's right. So you want to strangle your car dealer?
Yeah, I bought a trailer hitch because I was going to buy a big piece of equipment and go to Georgia and pick it up, but the sale fell through, and I decided to get it installed anyway because I figure I'll take the bikes down to out of town. I'm going out of town soon.
Mm-hmm.
And nice to have the bikes with me. I already have a bike attachment for a trailer hitch. I just need the trailer hitch installed on my 7-year-old new car. Anyway, because my old car had one, and it says 30-minute install on the third-party website. I'm like, okay. I watched the video. It's 4 bolts. You got to thread 4 bolts through the frame and then tighten them down to the proper torque. Bada boom, no welding, done.
Bada bing, bada boom.
4 bolts.
Bikes. Got it.
So my dealer says, well, we'll estimate an hour. That's $135 an hour. I'm like, oof. All right.
Really?
I know, right? But I'm like, well, it'll cost me like 60, 70, 80 bucks to get like ramps so I can like get the back end of my car up off the concrete so I can get under and do it myself.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, well, for a little bit more, I'll just have them do it. They call me back and they're like, oh no, it's going to take 5 or 6 hours. It's going to be $700 to install that. And I'm like, 700. I could go to the beach and buy a bicycle for that. Like, I'm trying to take my bike to the beach. I was like, I could buy bike. I was like, this is crazy. And I don't need it anymore to haul this piece of equipment. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm like, what are my options? You can cancel the order. And I actually had them purchase a electronics package to make sure like the brake lights go on, because it's like an extra install. So I had them order a part for me. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't want any of it. And they're like, that's fine. We want to make the customer happy. They just didn't want to deal with me. Like, they wanted to install the official Ford part.
Of course.
So I think they were just giving me the runaround. So when I say I was yelling at them, I never yelled.
Dumb question coming up, and this might be the dumbest question of the hour. Were you working with a Ford dealer on this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Ford dealership.
That's part of it.
And so anyway, I'm just like, you know what? I'll just come get it. And I had to Uber home, and I had to Uber there. So, now I'm $200 in for this hitch, and I spent $18 to Uber there, drop off the car, and $18 to Uber back to go pick it up. And I'm just like, you know what? It pales in comparison to $700 to get it installed. And I opened the hatch of my car, put the back seats down.
Mm-hmm.
The bike fits in the car. So
Are you kidding?
I'm just gonna haul the bike down and just be done with it. So that's what I dealt with this week. And I bought another piano. I don't know if you can tell, there's a white piano on top of this black piano.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's kind of hard to see back there, but
you got a lot of keyboards back there.
I can't stop buying pianos. I don't know. Someone should have told me, man, if you learn an instrument, you're going to buy a whole bunch of them. And look, it flashes and blinks and does a little light show. I think that's
I'm surprised by now you don't have a Young Chang back there or a Steinway and Son. I'm surprised that it's.
Yeah, I don't have. Yeah. Although this MIDI keyboard comes with a grand piano sound that's so good. To load the grand piano voice on here, you need a separate serial number.
A separate serial number. That's how serious it is.
Just for that instrument. So it must be like a fantastic. And this piano, this cheap black one here, this comes with a Yamaha Concert Grand voice notes on it. Like they mic'd up like the best piano. It's probably $250,000 piano just for this black one. And this black one is like the lowest end. Anyway, so I'm having fun playing with my new toy. I'm going to take it to the beach with me. Oh, and look what I'm going to ask you how your week was, but I just got a lot to say, so I'm running.
No, you're on a roll, man. Keep on going.
So, I got this boom arm here, a mic arm, for my iPad.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't schlep the boom arm with me to the beach. What am I, a Neanderthal? So. So I'm not taking that with me. So thank God I have a wood shop, because look what I did. I made this little guy. It's ugly as all get out, but the iPad slips in here perfectly.
That's craftsmanship.
So if you have $10,000 in woodworking equipment, you too can build a little stand for your iPad. And I made sure it.
$10,000 in woodworking equipment. That was pertinent to the story. $10,000.
Well, I don't. All of my equipment is secondhand, bought through Craigslist.
Okay.
Except for my mini bandsaw, which was $100, and I bought one other tool. Oh, I bought a router for $150. Other than those two handheld, like small tools, everything else is secondhand, and I don't touch it unless it's at least 50% off retail. Because here's a life tip for you, John. These people, regular people, buy
just
tools.
Regular schmoes like you and me. Just regular people.
They buy tools to do a job. Like, let's say they're laying tile in their kitchen. So they buy a tile cutter. $250 tool. They use it to do their job, and it sits in the garage, and they get tired of tripping over it, and they put it on Craigslist for a deal. And you could just go. And it's the same for everything, for circular saws, for table saws, for joiners and planers. You name it. All the stuff is out there because people need it for one thing, and then they don't want to use it. So that's my jam. Everything's on the cheap. So anyway, and then, no, I don't have $10,000 worth. And I raid. There's a lot of garage auction, like storage things.
Yeah.
But not auctions. But some guy said my grandfather passed away, and there's all these tools in the storage unit. Come to the storage unit, and I'll sell you what. So I came there, and I was like, I'll take this. I'll take this. I basically took the whole thing.
It felt like American Pickers. It felt like it. Yeah, there you go.
So that's what. How was your week, John?
Well, I mean, I'm glad you asked. It was an interesting week. It wasn't a terrible week. It was good. We'll answer this from three different perspectives, if that makes sense. I think the first perspective is this. The weight loss is still happening. I'm still losing weight. I lost
Thumbs
another
up for weight loss.
Thank you, man. I lost another 2 pounds this week. I'm down 284 in this journey. I'm at 196 as of this morning.
Wow.
And I thought it was 197, and then I said, let me weigh myself again, and it was 196. So, like, the weight's falling off, which I'm definitely thankful and blessed for, without question. So the health is good. I am, honest to God, killing it at the gym. I am. I am working out 6 out of 7 days a week.
All right.
And if I'm not at the gym, then I'm on my treadmill doing at least 4 miles, maybe 5.
Wow.
Yeah. So like I know, I was warned this from various people. It's like, John, don't overdo it. Wait, let me go into a deeper. John, do you think that maybe you're overdoing with the exercise and everything? Do you think that's maybe you should? Yeah, but then I say, well, if it's healthy, and I feel healthy, and I feel as fit as I did, as I said last week, 19 years ago, feel as fit as I do in 2002, then it's not a bad thing. I think it becomes a problem if I dislocate something, if I hurt myself, blah, 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 blah. So, and it's not like I'm at the gym, like I'm training for an Ironman or something. I'm not doing that. I'm just getting myself into a decent amount of shape. So, So there's that. I was supposed to talk to a plastic surgeon this week. The call never happened. So I have to reach out again next week to see if we can get something going for as far as a consult, because I still have all this extra skin on me. So that's fresh in my mind. Because, I still run and I still have the clapping and stuff because of all the skin that's on me. Marilyn, thank you very much. I appreciate that. So it's like
quite the accomplishment. My goodness.
Yeah, and this time it's staying off. This time it's definitely staying off. My mind's in a much different place than it's ever been my entire life. So
good.
Susan over on Facebook says you're doing fabulous. Thank you, Susan. Thank you for jumping on tonight, and thank you very much for that wonderful comment. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you.
Hi, Susan. I'm trying to follow the Facebook stuff. I'm as a co-host, I'm tapped into the YouTube feed, but I see you over there.
As a co-host, you're doing an impeccable job, Matt. You're phenomenal.
All right, back at you. Oh, look, I even have a little name placard. I don't think you have one on your side.
No, I took mine down. I could probably put mine back up. Yeah, let me do that. There we go.
Oh,
there we go. Like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell.
I got the bell too. Fabam.
Fabam.
I got
Bells don't sound that way, but you know what? In this world, it does sound that way. Fabam. Susan is driving and listening. Susan, I'm glad you're able to listen to our show this afternoon. Muchly appreciated.
Did you see that the official full Dune trailer dropped? They had the teaser trailer a few months ago. Now the official full-length trailer dropped.
How long? So I did not see the full trailer yet. How long is the full trailer?
Oh, good question. I don't know. 2.5 minutes.
2.5 minutes?
Yeah, it's Oh, I am so excited for this movie. I am so October 22. I'm gonna go to the theater. I'm gonna go because I can watch it on HBO now,
Max.
Max,
HBO.
HBO
Yeah.
Max. But I'm gonna go to the theater and I'm gonna watch it. I love the story. It is so book faithful. This might be the first movie ever that is faithful to the book, because you always hear, oh, the book's better or the book's different, or it's they always compare it to book. Denis Villeneuve is the director. If it was on the page, it was on the stage, and it didn't matter because things have sort of changed as the 1984 movie came out, and then they had a mini series come out, and they had other content come out, and worms look a little different, and the eyes, like in the book, people that are on Arrakis and are exposed to the spice, their eyes are blue. The whites of their eyes are blue, and then the iris is blue, but it doesn't glow. Like the book never had them glow. And the movie is faithful to the book. The eyes are colored blue, but they're not glowing. And I'm like, yes. Anyway,
Authenticity. Authenticity of the story.
yes.
That's awesome.
We live. I'm so glad to be alive to see this movie properly executed on the big screen, because they tried in 84. They really tried to do it right, but they essentially put two books into one movie, and they ran through it too quickly, and some of the practical effects were kind of meh. Now, oh my god, I cannot wait. And on Disney Plus, no, on Apple Plus. Apple Plus, because that's another streaming service. I don't know if you know about that. Apple has their own.
Yeah.
Foundation is going to come out, and that is a sci-fi epic that is sort of very close to the epicness of Dune. It's about the different person wrote it, but it is equally expansive and mind-blowing. And I'm looking forward to that as well.
That I'm telling you, there's so much interesting stuff that's coming out. And I think that basically that really gets me to what I was doing yesterday, in the sense that I went to the movies. This is the fourth time this year that I've gone to the movies, and you're talking to someone who hasn't gone to the movies much pre the Backstreet Boys reunion tour.
What's the movie you posted a screen grab of the theater?
It was just a promo. And with a squirrel,
you got to be real careful taking a phone out in a movie theater. They'll throw you out because they'll think you're recording it.
Yeah, all of me and four other people for a darn commercial about a squirrel. I don't even know what the commercial is for.
I'm just telling you.
I appreciate that. I didn't take any for the fine people at Regal. I did not take any screen grabs of the movie itself. I took a quick.
I was going to say there's bounties. Like the employees will get a $500 reward if they turn someone in for recording the screen. So they're incentivized to do that.
Did they so for my own sense of humor, do they throw you on the ground and say, "Okay, this is a stick up," and do they just lift you out and throw you out the door and stuff? Is there a little rough housing going on?
I don't think it gets that bad.
Asking for a friend.
But yeah, anyway.
No, so that was just a generic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. What'd you see? Do you mind sharing?
I don't mind at all. The person who gave me the assignment is not here, but I'm more than happy to share with you. I saw Roadrunner, which has nothing to do with a coyote. Roadrunner is a documentary. So this is I don't think I've ever been to the movie theater for a documentary. This was a documentary. It was done through CNN Films and a couple other houses. They got together. It's basically the story of Anthony Bourdain's life. Anthony Bourdain, very much a inspiration to me, because he, one, knows how to tell a story. He knows how to write.
Dr. Elo's here. Hi, Dr. Elo.
Oh, yeah. I forgot to bring him up. Dr. Elo on the YouTube. Good evening. How are you, sir? We're
So
troublemakers,
Anthony
apparently.
Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah. So Anthony Bourdain, I thought the way he tells a story was absolutely incredible. I think whether you're talking about No Reservations, you're talking about Parts Unknown, the stuff that he did on the Travel Channel / CNN, but also the books that he wrote, it's just an incredible mind. His culinary expertise was incredible. I went to Les Halles a few times in the city. Incredible food, good French food, authentic, down to everything. He absolutely did other things, but the funny thing about Anthony Bourdain was he progressed from being a line cook to a chef to a writer to an on-air travelogue personality to an icon. And the story basically tells it as he was getting bigger and bigger and bigger, his demons start getting bigger and bigger and bigger because he had those demons before, when he was only a line cook. And they started coming back into the existence when I would put it on the time he got the CNN deal off of the Travel Channel or towards the end of the Travel Channel. Discovery, it was one of those two. No Reservations, wherever that was, before he got onto CNN. And he talks about his different relationships, his different wives. His daughter. I mean, amazing story. He was absolutely honest to God, loving being a dad. They had all this video, Matt. They had all this video of just not only the stuff that was on air, but they took a lot of video that was off air, and he was very well encapsulated. And they interviewed his friends as sort of like, here's a ton of video that's telling the story, and they start interviewing, Eric Ripert and other folks, other culinary chef friends that were friends of his, musicians, other folks. The last 20 minutes of the movie starts talking about the Depression, starts talking about how he wasn't completely there, and it was absolutely making him dead inside. It was actually turning his behavior on one side. And
so here's a guy that is famous, he's rich, he's well liked, he's well loved, and he's depressed.
yes. And the funny thing is, Matt, he didn't get to that sort of notoriety until he was like 43, 44 years of age. He was in his early 60s when he passed, when he killed himself. And it was very interesting to watch, because it goes to show you that you fully don't understand what goes on with another person. We are all living this experience, this journey called life. We are all dealing with our own things. And just because someone may have the incredible gig, may have the incredible life where he's going around the world doing episodes of a show on CNN or what have you, writing books, doesn't mean that everything is normal. Doesn't mean that everything is calm. Doesn't mean that everything has a moderation. It's sort of sawtooth. Now, the funny thing is, one could probably say he has bipolar or had bipolar. And yeah, you could probably make that assumption. There was definitely manic depression there for sure. But it was really sad to see all of that together and seeing the impact of that on his family. Both his first wife, his second wife, etc. It was, I was crying.
Wow. Sounds like a good documentary. Jeez.
Oh, it was incredibly well done. Incredibly well done.
This is a new release title, or is this an older? Okay. Mm-hmm. Current movie. Good.
Yeah. I will also say this: if that I will warn you in advance. If that sort of movie would trigger you, don't see it. Don't see it, because I could see how that sort of thing might trigger some. And I'm not going to mention anything specifically, but it.
Okay.
but it does
Here's
because.
can I
Go
ask
ahead.
a non-triggering question?
Sure, absolutely.
Lighten up a little bit. What snacks did you eat during the movie?
I had a hot dog
Okay,
and I shared popcorn.
good
Look at that.
deal.
Yeah, and I'm still down 2 pounds for the week. I still don't understand how that happened, but
Oh, it's 6 miles on the frickin' treadmill. My God.
oh yeah, yeah. And
I,
then
I do a half mile in the morning and a half mile in the afternoon. I call it done.
today, Matt, I was up at 5 and change to get to the gym for a 6 o'clock spin class. I did 30 minutes of elliptical after it, and then I went over to Westchester to go do some hit training, and that
People
was my
show up
morning.
at 6 a.m. for a
The class was
class.
at 6. Yeah.
Oh, dear Lord.
Should I put in the disclaimer real quick? I figure I should do that real quick about Samson. I'm gonna do that real quick if you don't mind, Matt. So I feel off of that. I have to do that. So I'm gonna do that. Um, this is something I normally say on the main show, but I'm gonna say this. If you're looking for options to if you're looking for options to reach with respect to mental health, contact SAMHSA, the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration, at 1-800-662-HELP. That's 1-800-662-4357. The service is open 24/7, 365 days a year, and is a confidential free information service for individuals and family members facing such stressors. Importantly, if you're feeling suicidal crisis or emotional distress and need to be put in touch with a crisis center, call the Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-TALK. That's 1-800-273-8255, or go to suicidepreventionlifeline.org. You can also text the word HOME to 741-741. Those resources are also available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. You are worth it. You are important in this world. And there are little banners all over the place saying that, because I think we've been dealing with so much of this that we must remember that you are important. You are worth it. Your life is important. So if you're thinking of those sort of things, please call the numbers that are below us and do that, because your mental health is just as important as your physical health. And for all that matter, your health is paramount. So there's that.
All right. All right. So I got my bicycle all ready to go.
Nice.
I figured out how to install the bicycle inner tubes. So I got new inner tubes because I would blow up the tires and then they would go down overnight. I'm like, something's got to be wrong here. So figured that all out. Got the bike all put back together. So I'm anxious for that. The bike I have actually came out of a bike rental shop. I don't know if I told you, my friend used to own a bike rental shop, and she sold us bikes that she would rent. So they're high end, very well built bikes. And like the seat, it's got like a pressure thing. So you throw the lever and then the seat can telescope up and then you can lock it down. No tools needed. It's like it's all just, anyway. It's nice.
It is really nice. I mean, you planning to do getting around, doing some bike riding and whatnot?
Yeah, up and down the beach, because the beach is flat. Because there's no beaches that are on mountains. It don't work like that. So,
no giant hills. It's just
I'll be
straight
bike
even.
riding everywhere on the beach. So
There you go.
Looking forward to that. I like getting up early before the sun's out real hot. I can get a good bike ride in, and then come home, eat big breakfast, and then go misbehave all day.
There you go. And you figure you got the bike ride in, you can have the big breakfast, and you can misbehave the rest of the day, for sure. I think that was told about in the New England Journal of Medicine. If people who bike ride in the morning can misbehave the rest of the day.
I dig it.
There you go.
So, looking forward to that. Should be fun. As soon as we get there, there's a big seafood boil we're gonna have, because there's a big party going on, and because it's like the one group of friends is there the same evening we arrive, so it's like double the attendant. So it's a family vacation, So anyway, so since we overlap, they're gonna have a big seafood bake. So there's gonna be everything available. I'm just gonna tear through it.
When so what is so you talk about the seafood boil. You talk about the big giant seafood sort of thing. What is your favorite component of a seafood boil?
Well, for us, there's the shrimp, of course.
Oh yeah.
We don't put lobster tails in there, although that would be awesome if we did.
Mm.
Um, and there's sausage in there too. So that's what I like. And then everything else. They have little corn on the cob type
Yep.
things that I'll tear through. I mean, I like it all, but man, I love the shrimp. And to do it right, you get everything going, and at the last moment you put the shrimp in there, so the shrimp aren't hard as rocks when they come out. It's a timing thing. But my family's got it all figured out. And then you throw down all of the newspapers on the picnic bench, and you dump all the crap out there.
Oh, that is phenomenal. It kind of makes me remind me of my days in New England. I go to Rhode Island like once or twice a year and do that same sort of thing. I live for that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
Susan on Facebook has a question. How long have you played piano, or are you just learning?
I am just learning. In May, it has been 2 years. So 2 years and 2 months I have been playing. And the song I'm learning now is Human League. Don't You Want Me? And after that, oh, I'm so excited. This one just became available because the app, they release like 6 songs twice a month or whatever. And look what I'm learning next. Bee Gees, Staying Alive.
Oh, God.
Well, you can tell by the way I'm I love it. And that is fast. It's like super, like all 16th notes.
I'm gonna have to start. I'm gonna have to start dressing up like Travolta on these Friday episodes. If you're gonna do that, it's like so weird.
I got to get a 70s get up when I make the video. Yeah, I've got a piano channel, people. You can check it out if you want.
Piano awesome.
But yeah, and I'll tell you what, man, the Don't You Want Me, that is a hard song because there's a lot of left hand stuff, and I gotta move it all over the place, and you gotta use it's a weird combination. That doon 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 doon, like that was a little higher. Doon 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 doon. It is very hard. I've just been doing the first verse for a week and a half because it's so hard to kind of get it down. I think I finally got it figured out. But
Susan says, "Good for you. I play well. I think I had like 20 years of lessons."
20 years of lessons. Wow. I've kind of hit a wall. So I'm starting to take. I got a subscription to a course, online course, the Skillshare.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm taking some music courses in there, and one was like a college level course that the guy put on there, and that was moving really slow but very thorough. He had you do homework, and you're like, so I'm doing that, and the app there's 2 apps. Like if you buy one, you get free the other, or vice versa. And the one app is more like of a children's interface, but it has music theory built into this children's app. So a lot of people that use the app that I use, Simply Piano, # not sponsored.
Not a sponsor.
So they're like, a lot of people in the Simply Piano community Facebook group say you also should switch over and do Piano Maestro as well. That's the kid app. Well, I don't know. Yes, it's a more of a child app, but it also has like a teacher student thing where the teacher can assign you stuff, or you can just do it solo. But anyway, it has some music theory in there. So I got that figured out. I'm going to use that at the beach. I got my new MIDI keyboard, and I'm going to play with that at the beach as well. I don't know. my lessons before YouTube.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Susan's lessons were before YouTube.
yeah, yeah. Well, it's hard. I love YouTube. I'm an advocate of YouTube. I have a show called and a channel called All Things YouTube, but it's to learn the piano, it's really tough to do on YouTube. It you almost need like a structured course. Not an instructor led, but you just need some sort of structured material I found for my learning style. Because like I the Piano is a channel I like on YouTube. Hashtag not sponsored.
Not
And
sponsored.
like a YouTube video, they don't know where you're at in your skill level. Like she'll start off, okay, we're going to start off in B flat land. And I'm like, I'm supposed to know what that means. Like, it's like some people don't know that and some people do. And I'm like, so it's tough. YouTube is tough for learning an instrument in my learning style. So I have to, anyway.
Should I mention a certain program that is starting in like almost a little over a week and change that
Yeah,
I
you
know I'm gonna
want.
be a part of, and might as well put in a shameless plug. Shameless plug.
Are you going to be a mod? Did your mod get accepted?
Yes,
Oh boy.
and that would be Lita. So live every day in
Ah.
August, which is a program that's being done through our friends at Live Streaming Pros. If you ever had any question about whether or not you can live stream, this is the challenge, as we call it, that you should take. And as I've told many people before back in April, and as I will tell everybody now, it will change your life. It absolutely will. I think my sort of 30-second pitch for Lita is this. I had a hard time telling my story, and there have been a lot of components that have changed in this story. So to do Alita, to do 31 days consecutively, posting to a private Facebook group, just practicing my live streaming, whether it's in front of a camera or on my phone or what have you, opened up so many eyes to me, and I got to meet so many great people, like Matt, like Sammy, like Sarah, like a lot of you. So it is an incredible challenge. Again, livestreamingpros.com/Lita. And speaking of Lita, we have Sammy Superstar joining us on YouTube. Hi, everybody. Sarah joining us on YouTube. Hi, Sarah. How are you? And then apparently I'm going to be sleepless in Downingtown. That might very well happen. That may very well happen. And we got Jamie over on YouTube says, I'm way late to the party. Sorry at work. No worries. No worries at all. Glad you're here, Jamie. Glad everybody's here right now. For sure.
Yep. So I signed up for Lita. I wasn't sure if I was going to or not. And there was a poll. She had a poll on one of her live streams, and 49% said no and 51% said yes. Because the question was, are you going to join Lita for a second time or something like that? Or are you going to join Lita? And
for some people in this room, for like the 14th time. I mean, it's all, it is what it is. Absolutely. Yeah, Sarah, yeah, I'm a Lita mod. I was, it's an honor. It's an absolute honor to be a mod this August, like I was last August. It's so great to listen and watch people as they start doing this and just really grow their craft. I'm so excited.
I wonder if there's going to be new lessons this time that weren't in previous Litas.
And, I'm almost rest assured there will be a few new ones.
I wonder if they're going to not allow you to use nice cameras again, because that was
Mobile Week. Mobile Week was brilliant.
Is it going to be a week this time, or is it going to be longer than a week? Because the focus is on. And there was a lot of focus of not making others feel bad because you have nice setups type of thing. And I'm like, well,
Sarah signed up, but we'll be doing it differently this time. Sarah, I'm glad you're doing it, and definitely let us know how you're doing it differently, because I think you are a great teacher to say the least, and I'm very interested to see what your strategy is. And she did say yes, there are new lessons. There are new lessons. If I Do I know
Um,
exactly what the new lessons are yet? No, I don't know what the new
has
lessons
there
are,
been a
but
pre has there been a preview to some people what the lessons will be?
we have a meeting on Monday. So I'm sure
Mhm.
we'll be given a little bit of a hint or two or many on Monday.
Ask about phone week and if that's going to be mandatory throughout the whole thing, because
It's gonna
I
be
have a feeling it was moving in that direction.
it's gonna be phone quarter. It's actually, Lita, it's gonna be like the rest of your life on a phone. No, I'm kidding. Lita is. I'm sure there's gonna be another phone week. It's gotta be. I think for me it was a very important lesson, like to actually walk and talk and do a stream, just doing a conversation as I'm going for a walk. I think that was amazing. I think Paul did some incredible stuff on his phone doing the same sort of strategy. So yeah, there's a lot of good that can be done through a
Oh,
mobile
I
stream.
got no problem with the phone, but the issue is you didn't have a choice. The choice was taken away. You
Right.
had to do it on the phone. Like, I hope there's more choice this time, but we'll
Also, the
see.
ability to chew gum is very important,
Yeah.
whether it's bubble
And then
gum or just, chewing gum.
I, can it, like, if I had the ability to suggest a lesson, it would be stop caring what other people think. I think half the lessons are to mitigate that one thing, and if you my content strategy is to try and do stuff highly produced,
Yeah.
try and do things I'm passionate about. I don't want to ever make content if I'm just drudging through it because I have a sponsor. I got to get some, So, so, and then third thing is don't care what other people think. Like if if people would lock into those three things, Lita could be a 10-day exercise, I think, because a lot of Lita is trying to prove that you can get past some of the negatives and outside influences. I'm like, no, I'm very well grounded. I try and put out good stuff. I try and put out stuff I'm passionate about. And if the haters roll in, it's like water off a duck's back. I'm like, okay, I'm bulletproof because I know that I'm a good moral person and I'm doing good quality work and I'm passionate about what I'm doing and I enjoy doing it. So if you've got
So,
anything negative to say, that I make sure all those criteria are lined up. I'm like, you can't touch me.
Matt, are you pulling a Tay Tay? Is that what just happened?
I don't know what that is.
Haters gonna hate, 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 hate. You gotta just shake it off, shake it off. Is that what you just did?
I maybe I did.
Oh my God! I never
Maybe I
expected
did.
Taylor Swift quote
Well,
out of you.
I think of it more as MC Hammer can't touch this.
There you go. Sarah says, Professor, who says you have to obey rules? Well, I'm not asking the show all
No,
work.
I don't think of any of these things as rules. I just think it's just my strategy.
Mm-hmm.
It's what I choose to put out into the world.
That's right.
Because like I'm not out to tear anybody down. Like I'm not out for the drama. I'm not out for any of that, low. I wanna share my passions with the world, maybe educate people along the way, educate people with piano, entertain people with piano, educate people with woodworking, entertain people with woodworking. That's what I want to do.
Sarah nailed it on this one. Lita compresses 3 years of therapy into 4 weeks.
Yeah, yeah. Well, she has a good point. Not everyone as mentally well balanced as you, Professor.
You're
I
Professor
get that.
Haas.
I get that, and that's why I was sort of hesitant to go into it because I I think I'm good with that part of Lita, and I want the other stuff. I mean, she has some great lessons in there. I mean, she's some banging lessons and some
Mm-hmm.
banging principles and some best practices, Yeah, it's really good. But some of the stuff is like getting out of your own head stuff, and that I think I'm okay. I'm okay with that. But anyway, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. The first is going to be a little tricky because uh, but anyway, I'm down. When I do it, I do a whole month. I do the 30 or 31 days, depending on if it's April or August. I've never not done it. Now sometimes I like got in at 11 p.m. that night on the treadmill because the day got away from me. But I
That's when you
I
need
get them
mobile
in.
week. That's when you need mobile week on the treadmill. You do the day's challenge on a treadmill at 11:47 p.m.
I've done it. I've done it.
I'm thinking about honestly, I was thinking about doing one of them on a spin bike.
Hmm? No wrong way.
I was always joking about when Loria saw that truck for Peloton. I said, "What are you doing? It's during live spinning pros." I might be doing a challenge from a spin bike.
That's funny. That's funny. Peloton is in the news. They had to recall some of their products. Dangerous.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they got so big so darn quickly, and the market share for Peloton right now is incredible, and there's so many other manufacturers, those that have been name brands for a very long time, Nordic Track, Life Fitness, etc. But then Peloton comes out, does this, and now everybody feels like they got to catch up. And then there are some new ones as well that are trying to offer more economical offerings to that sort of spin bike at home sort of.
Do you know what I like about Peloton?
Hmm.
Their their business strategy. And this is the honest to God truth. They've said this. I'm not making this up. I'm not speculating. This came from Peloton corporate. Their strategy was to increase the price unnecessarily, and it caused more sales. I'm serious, because they wanted to make it seem like a higher end product. And what do? You increase the price, and people bought more of them after the price unnecessarily increased. Isn't that crazy?
As someone who has broken a spin bike or many, I'm kind of scared of getting my own spin bike. So I would didn't know that Peloton's having their problems kind of puts me a little bit more at ease, because I know the next spin bike I break is at a club, and it's the club's problem, not mine.
Well, I mean, I don't think you would have any problems with their products, because you're a responsible adult, and like
I'm responsible. That's
you
new.
I think a lot of the problems were, things happening and the owner or user wasn't paying attention, and just you have the gift, John, of common sense. And many customers don't. And I think that was part of Peloton's issue. But
And in
in
all
any
due
event,
fairness, and this is not a slam against. I'm not going to mention the name of the club, so club name withheld. But I don't think they took good care of their bikes. I wasn't the only one breaking bikes in that gym. There were other people breaking bikes in that gym, and that's the danger with gyms. Is like they open up and everything is up to date, state of the art, but then they don't refresh their equipment every 2 years, 3 years, what have you. And you could tell that some of the spin bikes that were in that club, again, not naming the name of the club, weren't updated, weren't refreshed, weren't rehabilitated when they need to. And there was always a bike or two out of the room, this, that, and the other thing. So,
yeah. Yeah, if you have a business, you have to mind it and do the things that need to be done. And yeah.
The bikes that we have at the gym that I go to are basically they're some of the nicer bikes I've seen in a very long time. Very well put together, very easy to adjust for the seats and for the handles and all of it. Like it's made to have the crap beaten the heck out of it. But I mean, it is a great bike. And like, the first class I went to, what was a month? It's been a month already. My God. Within minutes, it felt like old school again, because I used to. So when I lost the weight the second time, part of that mat was spinning, and I was spinning a lot. And like getting back to it was it was like an old friend has come back. I really enjoy spin. I really do.
When you spin, can you put your iPad on the bike so you can watch YouTube?
Um, yes, but it would be disrespectful to the instructor who is beating the crap out of you.
Oh, this is for a class.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now, if you're spinning, if you're doing recumbent bike somewhere in the gym, yeah, absolutely, you could bring an iPad or my phone. My phone works really well. But yeah, for a class, like she really asks a lot out of us, and like she she's definitely inspirational. Incredible instructor by the name of Brenda over at the club over in Exton.
Susan's got to go. Thanks for stopping by, Susan. Drop a like on your way out,
Susan,
please.
thank you very much. Like, comment, subscribe.
Well, she's commenting all over the place, but yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I'm really back into that, and here's the other thing, Matt, and this is going to be no kidding, but like spin really is an incredible workout, not only cardiovascularly, but it's a great muscle building workout as well for your legs. And then when you're doing those 2-3 positions, so it's upper body too. It's an incredible 45 minutes without question.
Nice. An hour or 45 minutes.
Yeah.
That's a long time on a bike.
It is. But, when you get good at it, then what happens is you become someone like me who's instructor, and like there was 10 of us who used to do, once a month we used to do a 2.5-hour class on a random Sunday. Now there were breaks in the middle of it, but like the 2.5 hours on a spin bike was amazing. But you felt it at the end. You absolutely did.
Wow. Never doing spin, says Sarah. Okay.
Yeah.
Just a heads up, I got about 5 minutes. I got to get packing and do some other things to the
got the big trip coming up. You got the bikes. You got the seafood boil. You got the crabs and the sausage and the corn. You got a great time ahead of you.
I do, baby. Should be fun.
Well, it's something that I hope to get enveloped in one before the end of the summer. It's been a while since I did a seafood boil. So yeah, it sounds amazing.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Oh, and we should start planning some of our things we said we were going to do. We got to get.
So there's a trip to Fogo in both of our. So you think seafood boil, well then you think of gauchos with copious amounts of meat on skewers going around, and
meat coma,
meat sweats, as they like to say. So a lot of that. A couple more baseball games coming up. Love going to baseball games with you, Matt. It's fantastic. I think at some point we'll do a live stream from one of these games. I think we almost have to.
That's the tough thing, because when you're at one of these events, you want to be at the event. You don't want to be pulled away into a live stream. So
no, we wouldn't do it at the game. We would do it pre-game or post-game.
Well, it's a tall order, I think.
It is a tall, but how many tall orders did I try to accomplish this year?
All right, there you go.
I mean, did anyone at the University of Pennsylvania expect someone to do a live streaming challenge from a room in their infusion wing? No, they didn't expect that. And yet, here's this guy over here doing Lita from the University of Pennsylvania Hospital.
Yeah. Good point. Good point.
You're just raising the bar as much as I can.
Should be fun.
Just as much as Sammy does, just as much as Sarah does, just as much as you do, just as much as Paul does, just as much as all of you do. Callie, oh my God, Callie. I got incredible amounts of inspiration over here, and I absolutely adore all of you, without question.
You're not so bad yourself there,
Oh,
Turkey.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So you go away this weekend, you're out next week.
Well, the actual itinerary is secret, so.
Oh, that's not going to say a word.
No. But yeah, should be fun to get away and not deal with crap.
Because the next couple of Fridays, I'm questionable on whether or not I'm doing a show. Next Friday, is the 30th. It is the day before my birthday, so I don't know if I'll
Oh,
be doing. I'll probably do a VF Talks on that 30th. But the following Friday, I'll actually be in Pittsburgh. I'll still be modding for Lita, so I'm mod reporting for duty. But I'll be doing a couple of days out of Pittsburgh and doing live every day in August, but also doing the mod stuff and all that. So
okay. Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
that's my story, Matt, and I'm sticking to it.
You're sticking to it.
That's right.
Sounds good. Sounds
Oh
good.
boy, I'm glad the weekend's here. I gotta tell you, it's been a week. It's absolutely been a week.
Yep. I mowed my grass on Wednesday, and then today, Friday, I lowered the mower and I mowed it a second time. So now it can grow in my absence, and it won't look too bad when I get back.
It's a double mow. You got a double mow this week.
My grass is spectacular, John. It is. It looks like carpet. It's like that thick and that green and no weeds. And it's this is year number 3. I've been taking care of my own grass thanks to YouTube that taught me what to do, and an ebook that I bought how to take care of.
Matt, I have to ask you this question though, because the last time we talked about your grass, I asked this question. I'm going to ask it again. Can you putt on your lawn?
Well, it's not that type of grass.
Okay.
I guess if you had a wiffle ball, you might, and I just cut it. That might work out a little bit better. But no, it's not. It's not that type of grass. It's tall type fescue is what I have, which is a northern hemisphere or like a northern seasonal, country.
Hey Matt, before you go, I know you had a few minutes there. Have you ever played pickleball?
No.
Okay. I've had a couple of friends of mine saying that they're going to take a pickleball and they started playing pickleball and they love pickleball. And I played pickleball back in high school, gym class,
What is
right?
it?
Think of it as a cross between ping pong and tennis. So it's like tennis, but on a smaller dimension court, like one half or 1/3. You're playing with a wooden racket and you're playing with a wiffle ball, and you're volleying it that back and forth.
And the wiffle ball. Oh, a wiffle ball. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
That's interesting.
It is because it has a little bit of the badminton sort of aspect too, with the birdie, with a wiffle ball instead of a tennis ball.
Aren't the wiffle balls a little unpredictable?
Yeah.
They don't always go where you think they're gonna go, or they go part way and then they turn half because something. Unless the ball has holes equidistant the whole way around it. Isn't a wiffle ball like half the hemisphere is all solid and then there's a couple holes on the other side? And
I have not seen a pickleball adjusted wiffle ball in a very long time, but I'm taking that as a homework assignment this weekend.
Where do you go to play this sport?
There are wiffle ball courts at the YMCA right by here. And then as far as my friend, she lives in South Jersey, there are wiffle ball courts all over the place. And then she's telling me that she also lives in Florida. When she's in Florida, there's wiffle ball courts. So wiffle ball's becoming a thing.
Or pickleball?
Oh, pickleball, John. Pickleball's becoming a thing. So there's pickleball courts at the YMCA, but there's pickleball courts popping up all over the place. So I started thinking wiffle ball because of the pickleball. Yeah.
What's your level of enthusiasm? Is this something you just like talking about, or are you like seriously trying to get a game together?
I'm thinking about it because I started very lightly, but I started playing tennis again. And like I know how horrible a tennis player I am.
Well, if it's convenient for me to join in at the distance I am for you, I'm down. But we'll have to figure out some logistics.
Let me do some exploration with the YMCA over here in Coatesville, and how big a thing it is with the pickleball and the pickleball leagues and the pickleball ladders and all the pickleball. You have to say it 3 times. It's sort of like Beetlejuice.
PA. Let's see. Directions. Boom. From my location. 1.5 hours. That's not that bad.
No.
That's actually kind of more close to me than Philly, that area. But how far away is the Coatesville from you?
I live in Downingtown, on the border of Downingtown, Thorndale, and Coatesville.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is Downingtown closer to Philly or closer to Harrisburg?
Downingtown's slightly closer to Philly.
Okay.
Slightly.
Okay. Well, then you're not that far away.
No. And you know, I think it takes me like an hour and 15 to get over to like Harrisburg.
Oh, that's not bad.
It's not bad.
That's not
Now, if there's traffic, you know, I'm trying to figure out
Yeah,
if
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
taking 340, am I taking 30 through, you know, the Amish and the Mennonites, and then how's that
It's
game?
not even an hour and a half. It's an hour and 27 minutes.
Yeah, sue me for 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
Well, that's to my home, which is a little bit past Harrisburg. But
Yeah.
Anyway. Anywho. Okay. Well, yeah. Figure. Throw some numbers my way.
You know, I'm going to throw some numbers, and if anybody else who's in the greater Philadelphia area wants to play pickleball, let us know. Maybe we'll start a thing. Maybe there'll be a little bit of a pickleball segment of the LSP group and whatnot.
I gotta warn you. I'm not gonna participate if our team name is something lame. It has to be something epic.
Well, then we're the Epic Ballers, aren't we? Just saying.
Do you know what my son's kickball league was at his college? I shouldn't say it. It's
Go for
bad.
it. Go for it.
His team name at college, and it was just student put together. It wasn't a formal run thing, but it was balls deep.
There you go. There you go.
He showed me this picture with like 7 college women all wearing red T-shirts that says "I love balls deep."
Oh, God.
Kickball team.
And, you know, funny enough, YouTube or Facebook hasn't shut us off yet. That's fantastic. That's great. Jamie reminding us pickleball where we eat pickles. Hey, I love pickles. So if that's part of the game, you know I'm in. And Jamie's cracking up with balls deep. Balls deep.
I was like, you got to send me that photo. He's like, no, I don't want this on the internet. I'm like, oh, come on.
Saving that for your OnlyFans, right?
Hey, that is not a bad content strategy because they're getting rid of all of the nasty stuff. They're going to go too legit to quit.
Mm-hmm.
So, and a lot of regular content creators have accounts on that site that they're just doing fishing or they're doing woodworking or they're doing, you know, just, yeah, it's trying to go that they're trying to get venture capital and they don't think venture capital is going to give them $1 billion if they're doing that stuff the way they're doing it. But that's neither here nor there.
No. And certainly, yeah, it was an interesting business model. It's interesting how many creators have gravitated to it. And I don't think you can knock things off of it. People go to it for reasons.
The owners didn't even want it to go that direction. It just sort of happened and they didn't stop it. And the next thing you know, that's what it was for. Anyway.
Surprise.
I follow the World Tech News for funsies.
There you go. As we both know, sex sells. Always does.
Oh, yeah. Every new technology, that's the thing that makes it into what it, even for fax machines. When fax machines came out in 1984, what were they doing over fax? Naughty pics. Like, legit.
It's very hard to do it over a telex. So to do it, you know, yeah.
Oh, Copy Trading's here. Hello.
Hey, welcome aboard, Copy. Copy.
We're getting ready to jump off, but we're glad you're here.
Glad you made it.
Subscribe to the channel.
Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff.
Drop ring the bell on the YouTubes. Where'd my like go? I'm lost.
Ring the bell. You can
There
ring
it
the
is.
bell.
I'll buy it. Chewy, hashtag not sponsored.
Right. That's right. Now I got my sound effect. I was looking for that window. Yeah, this one, a little bell. There you go.
Join my Facebook group, Selfless Self-Promotion.
There you go.
What am I doing, John? I'm going crazy here. I better jump off. I got stuff to do.
Price is so low, you're practically giving it away.
Oh, more people are coming on. Oh, I feel bad. I gotta go.
Oh, they can catch it. They could catch the replay and stuff. It's all good.
It's all good.
It's great. Anyhow, you have a great rest of your evening. Have a great trip next week. We'll catch up next week
Sounds
or over the
good.
weekend, sometime like that.
I'm accessible on the interwebs. I'm still around.
I'm all over the place.
I got Wi-Fi. I got Wi-Fi everywhere I'm going, and unlimited cellular streaming.
Without question. Matt, thank you as always. An honor and a pleasure.
Thank you, John. Thank you, VF Talks audience. I love you all. Got to go. Take care.
Have a great night.
Yep, you too.
Matt Haas, ladies and gentlemen. Always got a lot of fun things going on, and needless to say, it's I'm a little bit envious of a fish boil. I'm just saying, I haven't been to a fish boil in God knows how long. But that said, we're going to preview what's going on next week real quick, in the sense that Tuesday, we had a guest scheduled, but I don't know if the guest will do the show, but we have a topic about fitness, and not only physical fitness, but mental fitness as well. I think it talks a lot more to the story as far as what I've experienced over the last 32 months. So we'll talk about that. And then it's listed right now. So next Friday, there will be a VF Talks at 5:15 Eastern, 2:15 Pacific. The Venture Forward is Tuesdays for the summer, 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific. But until then, I'm going to say the same thing I say at the end of every Venture Forward and VF Talks. Stay safe, stay sane, stay strong, stay sober. You're worth it. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you on Tuesday for a discussion about fitness. Good night.
Heading to Vegas in my blue striped car. She's riding shotgun and she looks like a star. Yeah, she's got the style that makes you think she's made out of gold. She says she likes it better when we go off-road. Yeah. I'm gonna make it worth your while. I'm gonna make it worth your time. Gonna make it worth your while. When she's with me, we're like superstars. Windows roll down, radio on. I think we could go far. We don't need money. We can skip that part. All I want is her to be with me. She's got a ticket to my heart. The sky is blue, I got the sun in my eyes. It can't get better than when she makes that smile. Yeah, she's got that style that makes you think she's made out of gold. She's turning up the volume on the radio. Yeah. I'm gonna make it worth your while. I'm gonna make it worth your time. I'm gonna make it worth your while. When she's with me, we're like superstars. Windows roll down, radio on. I think we could go far. We don't need money. We can skip that part. All I want is her to be with me. She's got a ticket to my heart.